What's good, YouTube? You know, it's your boy So Rude.
And your boy D to the O to the M to the A to the R and add the Z, Domars.
So if you needed a spelling lesson, there you go. Today, we're going to be reacting to some Watch Mojo. This video is the top 10 video game heroes who went too far. I already got a few off the top of my head. I ain't going to lie. I mean, Last of Us 2. But today, we're going to see who are some of the people who went too far as heroes.
Yeah, there'll probably be a lot of spoilers in this.
Yeah, so if you don't want any spoilers, probably time to click off. You've been warned.
But before you click off, hit the like button.
No, click that subscribe button.
No, and then after you do that, comment that you couldn't watch it because of it has spoilers.
And make sure y'all ring the bell.
Ding, ding, dong.
Let's get in the video.
Are we the baddies? Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 video game heroes who went too far.
These games, not gonna lie.
Bruh, God of War gonna have like 5 spots in this game. I mean, in this list.
We'll be looking at the heroes or protagonists in video games who've crossed the line into sketchy morals to accomplish their goals.
That game.
While the list won't cover obvious villains, it doesn't exclude characters that eventually turn into villains or anti-heroes.
I thought Shadow of the Colossus came
Number
out
10,
before.
Alex Mercer, Prototype.
They know I'm coming.
Yeah, another one came out later.
Let's just go back to like 2009. 11 years ago. Look at the graphics of these games.
Right,
we have come up.
And just think about it, the new console's about to come out.
Abilities and the power to consume
others, man, I forgot about this game.
On a quest to discover the truth about the mysterious virus that gave him these powers, known as Blacklight. Along the way, he murders and consumes countless people in order to get more powerful.
I bet you back in the day we used to play these games and be like, yo, these graphics in fact
the one responsible for infecting himself with the virus. Apparently,
look at him today. It's like, bro, this is so horrible.
While he does try to do good, Mercer's morals seem a little skewed, as he has no problems killing and taking the bodies of countless people to achieve his goals.
My name was Alex Mercer, and my work is almost done.
Number 9, Gabriel Belmont, Castlevania Lords of Shadow series.
What is happening to me?
Castlevania has been popular for so long.
It is a powerful poison that will soon kill you.
This vampire hunter embarks on a quest to claim the Lords of Shadow power to overcome evil. However, in the process, he has to do some pretty dark things in order to slay evil, and this includes accepting a deal to become a vampire by the end of the first game's DLC. What's worse,
some of the earlier ones
he turns into
but it's
Dracula.
Been a very long time.
In the second game, you continue to play as him, setting out on a dark quest to defeat your ultimate enemy, Satan. Gabriel compromises his morals in a big way to complete his mission, and it is often unclear if he will ultimately fall on the side of good or evil.
Oh, you know what he'd be
Number
good at.
8, Renegade
Chill.
Shepard, Mass Effect series.
I'm done being patient.
Yo, already I haven't played none of these
cut
games.
your balls off and
Wait, what is it?
into a Krogan.
Commander Shepard is a character who can play very differently depending on your choices in dialogues and in critical moments throughout all 3 games in the trilogy.
Man, that series,
the
last game was so terrible.
Paragon Shepard is more interested in uniting the galaxy through diplomacy and generosity, but Renegade Shepard has different ideas. Whether it's kicking people out of windows, shooting hostages, or murdering your friends based on ethical disagreements, Renegade Shepard can do some pretty horrific things in their quest to keep the galaxy safe.
I don't care.
I'm done.
However, the Renegade Commander also has some pretty great one-liners, so we suppose it all balances out.
I've got nothing more to say to you. If you shoot me,
Huh. I wanted to hear what he wanted to say.
How about goodbye?
Number 7, Sam Drake, Uncharted 4, A Thief's End.
Man, he had so business.
About you. Yeah, he was the drug lord.
Mm-hmm.
Butcher of Panama, right?
We thought even this game we thought had great graphics. Now, like I'm just looking at.
Nah, this game still look amazing.
It does, but it's like
Nathan Drake, having finally
He played
settled
Last
down
of Us
retired
too.
from the dangerous treasure hunting business,
that.
is pulled back in
Beautiful.
by a story from his brother Sam, who tells him that unless they find the famous Henry Avery's treasure, he'll be killed. It turns out this is a lie
two-bit
from Sam,
liar.
who just needs Nate's help, and thus he pulls his dear brother
know.
into a whole lot of trouble against their old treasure hunting buddy Rafe and the mercenary group Shoreline. While he's not some mass murderer, Sam completely betrays his brother, and that lie almost gets him killed.
Nate,
he said almost gets him killed. We all know Nathan Drake can't die.
No, almost got Sam killed.
No. Avery's treasure was ours. It was always ours.
I left my light for you.
Number 6. Wander, Shadow of the Colossus.
Did they make another one of this game?
No, they just made a remastered version.
The character
That's
you
what I
play in
thought.
this game is
That
desperately
just came
seeking a
out
way to cure
a
a
few
girl
years
named
ago.
Mono of a mysterious illness. He comes to a forbidden land and speaks to a strange entity known as Dorman, who promises to help cure Mono if Wander kills 16 huge colossi across the area. With each colossus you slay, however, you hear a depressing song and a strange dark power overcomes you. It turns out you are killing innocent beings who existed to contain a portion of the evil Dorman's power. Once all colossi are killed, Dorman is freed. Wander may have had good intentions, but releasing a powerful evil on the world to save one person seems foolhardy.
What a man
Number
to do for
5,
love.
Superman, Injustice franchise.
Bruh, no joke. This whole
Right?
series with him going crazy.
Based on comics of the same name, these games explore the idea of what would happen if the all-powerful Superman decided to take over the world. Turns out, it's pretty dark. After the Joker tricks Superman into killing his pregnant wife and destroying Metropolis, Superman murders the Joker, and over time, gradually murders more and more villains, until finally he sets up the One Earth regime, with him as its ruthless dictator, and Batman as the leader of a resistance. Throughout the game, Superman even starts to murder some heroes who disagree with his methods. We can understand Superman's anger, and his realization that locking the Joker and other criminals away is pretty ineffective, but he
Yo,
takes
you
it
can't
to
kill.
a whole new
He a
level.
kid.
He said, "You a man now." Bruh, that was the most savage, like...
Number 4. Ellie, The Last of Us Part 2.
Spoiler alert.
This game is controversial, and Ellie plays a big part in that. Joel murdered a hospital
You just
full of
be in the
fireflies
game
and
like,
doctors
bruh,
in the
no,
last
stop,
game
Ellie. I don't
who were
wanna-
just
I
trying
don't
to
wanna
find
do
a cure
this.
for the terrible disease infecting the world. And this, in and of itself, is an action worthy of consideration
Joel.
to have him on this list. But after Joel
I
is
miss you.
murdered by Abby, the daughter of one of his victims, Ellie sets out on a revenge quest against her and all her friends. Her motivation is understandable, but Ellie murders a number of people, including a pregnant woman, in brutal fashion, and her quest for revenge eventually drives her partner away. By the end, Ellie finally realizes that she has gone too far. Number 3. Arthas, Warcraft 3, Reign of Chaos.
You've just crossed a terrible threshold.
God, it's crazy how long Warcraft has been out.
Jaina?
I'm sorry, Arthas. I can't watch you do this.
Before he became the mighty Lich King, Arthas Menethil was the crown prince of Lordaeron and a devout paladin. But fighting the undead Scourge forced him to start compromising his morals, which led him on the path to Frostmourne and eventually becoming the Scourge's champion. It's a tragic fall from grace. Arthas seemed to be a genuinely nice and righteous person, but faced with impossible options, he slowly
Crazy.
lost his moral compass. He kills the people of
I'm sorry. I still have the Last of Us thing in my head. I'm like, that's crazy.
Stratholm, hunts down the evil
Talking about having a
Mal'Ganis to
community
Northrend,
base
turns
divided.
the boats of his troops behind him to force them to stick with him, and takes up the cursed blade, Frostmourne. By the time he assassinates his father, there is no chance of redemption for him.
What are you doing, my son? Succeeding you, father.
Oh,
Number 2, Kratos, God of War
Ah, man.
franchise.
In the
Talking about
end,
making a lifetime of it.
knowing the visions of his past would never leave him, Kratos made his way to the bluffs overlooking the Aegean Sea.
The Ghost of Sparta has shed a lot of blood in his quest for
I
revenge.
can't wait for the God of
Kratos
War
never lacks
5.
for enemies. In the first game, he seeks vengeance on Ares for the deaths of his family members, and afterwards, he seeks to wreak havoc on Zeus and all the gods of Mount Olympus. While he may be justified in his anger, Kratos inflicts such pain and brutality on his enemies that it can sometimes be hard to sympathize with them. He kills Hera out of spite and anger, and not because she is any threat, and her death causes all plant life on Olympus and Earth to wither and die. It's no wonder that in the latest game, he's an old man filled with regret for his actions.
Oh man, amazing game. For your Xbox people,
video game content?
Maybe a reason to get a PlayStation.
Check out our gaming channel Mojo Plays and discover games and ideas you never knew existed. With more lists, breakdowns, and our latest series, Arcade Roulette.
Justin and John are in.
Oh. Hey, is that Porky Pig? There's a lot of things I ripped off in this game.
Number 1, Captain Martin Walker.
Bruh.
Spec Ops: The Line.
At least we know one agent is still alive.
This game is so dark.
If the 33rd's broadcasting this shit, it's for a reason.
You want it to feel like something you're not. And because of this, the protagonist Walker blunders his way into a war zone and makes it worse. The most heinous thing you could do in the game is launch white phosphorus upon a large group of innocent civilians. But by the end, you realize that Walker didn't have to do any of it. He wanted to feel like the hero, and so he disobeyed his orders and hallucinated a scenario where he and his old war buddy Conrad had taken over and was committing crimes upon the population. The reality is that Conrad died before Walker arrived, and by the end of the game, you can choose to deny reality or accept responsibility for the crimes.
It seems that reports of my survival have been greatly exaggerated.
This is impossible.
Oh, I assure you, it is.
In the mood for more awesome...
Talking about a twist ending, man.
What the fuck?
Man, that game was so dark, and at that time, that was an amazing twist ending. But if you enjoyed the video, y'all tell us what were some of the moments in video games where y'all felt like the heroes turned villain,
or that they went too far.
Pick up!